the spectrum auction could end sooner than expected. The 700 megahertz band still has no takers, and telcos may have exhausted all their eligibility points so far. Prerna Barua is here with the details. Prerna, you've been talking to your sources all through the day. What are the chances that the next two rounds today will be it, or we could actually see some bidding tomorrow itself?
Well, Kritika, the sense is that perhaps we could see some, more bidding tomorrow, because even though the level of participation is at 100% today as of the 15th round, but even at 100%, telcos have more options till they exhaust all their eligibility points. But to be more specific, in terms of the much coveted 700 megahertz band, there are still no takers for it, and there's not a single bid received even on day 3. It's the 16th round going on as of now. But of course, what we understand is that bidders likely to have exhausted substantial eligibility points that is perhaps required to bid for a 5 megahertz in the 700 megahertz frequency. And also, this could perhaps be a dampener for the government, as they were expecting some sort of participation there. But in terms of the industry, they have been seeing that 11,485 crores per megahertz for a pan-India, in 700 is exorbitant amount, and that an interested bidder would have to shell out a minimum 57,500 crore rupees for a 5 megahertz. So clearly a way too high figure, and even the government, were hoping some sort of participation. But still, let's not rule out, participation there, because, definitely not 5 megahertz, but perhaps we could see some participation, even though eligibility points must have exhausted, but some sort of participation in the
But Prerna, for 700, which is essentially the most efficient spectrum, right? I mean, closest to the Earth and the most efficient in terms of the amount of data, etc. it can carry. The minimum, I mean, it's been sold in blocks of 5 megahertz. So to be a player there, as you said, the minimum that you got to have is that whatever, 57,000 crores or so, right? For that block.
57,000 crore rupees for 5 megahertz.
Which is, I mean, exorbitant. So are you hearing that if this, 700 doesn't get sold and there is abundance of that spectrum, it's not as if it's limited in quantity, yes, the government may go in for a, revised lower price and do this again? Maybe not immediately, but that seems to be logical.
Yes, definitely. They could perhaps revise the base figure in consultation with the TRAI, because the DOT did, send the, base price which was recommended by the TRAI earlier. It had sent back as a back reference to the regulator. But again, the TRAI maintained its stance,
okay.
Previously.
Just one last question, Prerna. How much have they collected in total now? I mean, as of today, how much has the government collected?
Yes. As of the 16th round today, the government has netted nearly 60,000 crore rupees, and there is quite a possibility that it could reach to 65,000 crore rupees. But as of now, it is about 59,000, even more than that.
And that's significantly lesser than the 1.52 lakh crore figure that they were at least hoping for.
I'm not sure how much they had budgeted in the budget, but I think it was closer to about 1 lakh odd crores or so. We'll have to kind of get back with those numbers. But that more than that in just a bit. But Prerna, thank you very much for getting us that exclusive in terms of where really our spectrum bids at as far as day 3 is concerned.